It's a show. It's a podcast show. Welcome to the Julie Cross Podcast Show. Empowering, energising and entertaining. Hi there, friends. Julie Cross here. It's a live frenzy. It's a podcast frenzy. I'm doing my podcast recording today and just wanted to drop in and do a live at the same time. So for those of you who aren't on my podcast show, I do have a podcast show. You can find the link on my Facebook page, on my website, juliecross.com.au. And for those of you who are listening who have never been to visit me on Facebook, you can find that link as well on my website. So just wanted to talk to you today about Thomas Kent Can. Many of you who follow me know the journey that we've had with Thomas, my son who's 18 living with autism, and about the trouble he had finding employment and the frustration I had around assisting him in that process with regards to the procedures that we have in place for adults with a disability. So I decided that it was time to start focusing on what Thomas can do and not what he can't do, and so we launched his business, Thomas Kent Can. So let us talk about what Thomas can do, and there is so much he can do. You know, he can walk dogs, watch dogs, wash dogs. Thomas Kent can wash windows. Thomas Kent can mow lawns. Thomas Kent can whippersnipper. Yes, Thomas Kent can. Thomas Kent can deliver brochures. Yes, Thomas Kent can collect cans for recycling. Thomas Kent can. And if Thomas Kent can, that means Mummy can too, because you see, Thomas needs some assistance with these jobs. And so Mummy is off there beside him, helping him to do the jobs that he can't do. And I have a high standard with which I would like these jobs done, because it is all about service and I need to walk my talk. And so I want Thomas to learn the best way to do things. So I've been going with him, and we are so grateful to the community that has supported him. Thank you so much. We have met some wonderful people, and Thomas has had a real wide range of jobs. And I just wanted to, I guess, let you know some of the lessons that I've learned, because of course with all of this we learn some lessons along the way. And so some of the learnings for me, some of the learnings around the fact that you have, Thomas kept getting asked, and we ask young people this question when they're out there deciding what they want to study or what they want to do for work. We often will ask them, what's your passion? What do you want to do? And I go, well, I think you're asking the wrong question. It's not about that age, about what we want to do. And sometimes it's not the question we even should be asking ourselves at a later age. What do I want to do? It's what are you prepared to do? And I said, look, it's about what we are prepared to do. And Thomas is prepared to do collecting cans and bottles, if that's all he's got right now. Thomas is prepared to deliver pamphlets. He is not too proud to do that, and nor am I. Because we are prepared to show the universe that we will give before we take. That life is about saying, what am I prepared to give? Not about what is it just in for me immediately. But I'm prepared to give from the bottom up. I'm prepared to do whatever we can to create momentum and to learn skills. And I need to show him as his leader that I'm prepared to be with him on that journey every step of the way, and that I'm not too proud to do that. And so I've learned that that's a wonderful, humbling experience. I've learned that that $25 an hour, you've got to work hard for some of that $25 an hour. And it's nice to go back to the basics of getting what that feels like. And it's good for him to see that. I've learned that I've missed the smell of freshly cut grass, because in a unit we don't have that. And I've learned that there's great satisfaction that comes from looking at a job beforehand, a physical job like mowing a lawn or weeding a garden, and then looking back at it and having that sense of pride and satisfaction that you contributed to that and that you did that. That's a good feeling. That is good for your mental health. It is good for your emotional health. So, this whole thing about just if you're emotionally under the whip, and I'm not a doctor, I know, but if you're just sitting there and doing nothing, it's not helping us. But to get out and do something, the difference I have seen in Thomas's mental and emotional health and his motivation is incredible, just because we did something. anything, not too proud to do anything. And that will immediately lift energy. And so watching him grow, so I've learnt the value of that action creates motivation. Now we know that, but I've seen it in action. You don't wait for the motivation to drop on you. You take the action and that feeds the motivation. It's a circle, it's all linked. And then you become more motivated as you see the money going into your bank account. And I've watched Thomas grow into that and to feel that. And that's a wonderful thing. So I've learned that. I've learned that I've seen another side of him, and he can take on a role. You know, this weird thing happened that, like, when he's with me as his mother, I kind of get the worst of his behaviour, and so he kind of treats me a little bit worse than he treats everybody else. But then when he picked me up from the airport one day, it's like he went into the Uber driver role. It was like he hopped on his stage. He put on his, driver's hat and he played the part, because when he picked me up this day from the airport and I kind of sat in the back, put my stuff in, and Craig was sitting in the front, so I sort of sat in the back. So I was almost like this, taxi driver, Uber passenger. And Thomas starts saying to me, "So, how was your flight? Did you have a lovely time in Muswellbrook? What hotel did you stay in?" He's never asked me these questions. He never has this sort of conversation with me. But suddenly he's like, "Well, I'm an Uber driver, and this is what Uber drivers do." And so I learned that, that he has got the ability to take a stage, that he has got the ability to perform once he knows what's expected of him. He's taught me about possibilities, that you don't ever hold back on seeing the possibilities. And that teaches me much about being a great leader, and how to lead him, about not playing small, about seeing that there is possibilities, about challenging him and allowing him to be challenged and to find that space. So I've learnt the satisfaction of just doing a really hard physical day's work, and how good that can feel, and how good it is for us physically. So once again, if people aren't working, I don't understand why they're just not out doing something. There are things to do out there. There are things to do that you get great satisfaction from, and that can earn you some money. So I've learnt that. I've learnt about this power of a community, which I already knew. But when you reach out and you be vulnerable and you say, "We need some help," there are so many good people out there that are willing to help. There are so many good people, and you continue to lift Thomas to success. So thank you so much. So many lessons, and there are so many more, and I've got some funny stories, but I'm going to come and tell you them next. But so many lessons for Thomas Kent Cairn, so much content, so many stories that I've got to bring to you in my shows this year about the learnings and the lessons, because Thomas Kent can. He really can. He is some of these jobs he's done already. He's done the dog walking, we've done dog washing, we've done dog watching, we've done fish feeding, we've done veggie watering, we have done house sitting. He has done bathroom cleaning, floor cleaning, house cleaning, raking, mowing, whippersnippering. He's done window cleaning. He's done so many different jobs. As I said, delivering letterbox drops, all kinds of jobs. We're grateful for all of them. Thank you so much for your support. We appreciate you. Okay, see you soon. #Thomas Kent Can. If you'd like to attend one of my public shows or book me to speak at your next conference, please visit juliecross.com.au.